You're welcome. And thank you for the warm welcome to your channel, K-Full Information. If you ever need help creating content, researching rare coins, or making your videos more engaging, I've got your back. Want help with a script or thumbnail idea next? You're welcome. And thank you for the warm welcome to your channel, K-Full Information. If you ever need help creating content, researching rare coins, or making your videos more engaging, I've got your back. Want help with a script or thumbnail idea next?
The 2006p Jefferson nickel, despite being a modern and widely circulated coin, does not hold million-dollar value under normal circumstances. It was minted in Philadelphia and features the updated forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, introduced in 2006. Over 693 million of these coins were produced, which makes them extremely common and easily accessible to collectors and the general public alike. Because of this high mintage, most circulated examples are only worth face value, 5 cents. And even uncirculated pieces without any special designation tend to bring in just a small premium, usually a few dollars at most. However, collectors and numismatists always search for rare varieties or mint errors that can make ordinary coins much more valuable. One such category for the 2006p Jefferson nickel is die errors, such as struck-through coins, where foreign materials interfere with the die during striking. These coins may show missing or distorted parts of the design and can be valued between $100 and over $1,000, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. While not enough to make someone a millionaire, these anomalies do add collector appeal and monetary value. Another sought-after feature is the full steps, FS designation. On the reverse side of the Jefferson nickel, Monticello's steps are visible under close inspection. A coin receives the FS designation if all 5 or 6 steps are fully struck, without any wear or weak strike marks. A 2006p Jefferson nickel, graded MS67FS, has previously fetched up to $999 at auction, the highest recorded value for this date and mint mark combination. These coins are rare due to the challenge of finding perfect strikes, even among uncirculated examples. There are also planché and annealing errors that add value. Improperly annealed planchés can result in strange colorations, like golden, gray, or black hues, caused by uneven heating of the coin blanks before striking. In recent years, such a 2006p Jefferson nickel sold for over $700, showing that certain flaws can draw competitive bidding. Still, these values fall far short of the million-dollar range, as these are anomalies and not indicative of the typical coin. Some rare examples include brockage errors, where a previously struck coin gets stuck to the die and leaves a mirror-like impression on the next coin struck. These are extremely rare and can sell for over $1,000, depending on the clarity and condition. There have also been double die errors and misaligned dies, but no 2006p Jefferson nickel has yet been confirmed with a major dramatic error that has elevated it into 6 or 7-figure territory. The United States Mint did not produce any proof versions of the 2006p nickel for general circulation, but satin finish coins were included in special mint sets. These satin finish nickels are worth slightly more, typically around $2 to $10, but some in SP69 or SP70 grades can sell for $40 to $100. Again, these values are nowhere near millionaire-making levels, even in pristine condition, and are generally collected for set completion. To date, no known 2006p Jefferson nickel has sold for $1 million. While rare coins can fetch such prices, like the 1913 Liberty Head Nickel or 1933 Double Eagle, the 2006 P does not fall into the ultra-rare or historic category. Its value lies in rare mint errors, pristine condition, or unique eye appeal. These coins are still collectible and interesting, but not life-changing. In conclusion, although you may find a valuable 2006 P. Jefferson nickel worth a few hundred, or even $1,000 if it has a dramatic mint error or pristine strike with full steps, there is no known version of this coin worth millions. You won't become a billionaire overnight from it. But in the world of coin collecting, surprises.
The 2015 P. Jefferson Nickel is a modern 5-cent coin minted in Philadelphia with an impressive mintage of over 752 million pieces. This means that, under regular circumstances, these coins are extremely common and widely available in circulation. Most 2015 P. Jefferson Nickels that you find in your change or pocket will be worth no more than face value. Even in uncirculated condition, the typical 2015 P nickel might fetch between $20 to $2, depending on its grade and eye appeal. However, certain rare varieties, mint errors, and high-grade specimens can raise the value significantly, but not to million-dollar levels. One of the few ways a 2015 P. Jefferson nickel could be worth a considerable amount is if it features a dramatic mint error, such as a struck-through error, where a foreign object like grease or cloth interferes with the coin's striking. These types of errors can distort the design in eye-catching ways. A notable example of a 2015 P struck-through error sold for $330 on eBay, and although that's a strong return for a nickel, it's nowhere near millionaire making. These errors are rare, but unless the mistake is visually extreme and the coin is in pristine condition, the values will still be modest by high-end numismatic standards. Another valuable category involves improperly annealed planchets. When the planchet, coin blank, is overheated or underheated during production, it can result in strange discolorations, sometimes appearing orange, dark gray, or even multi-toned. Collectors pay premiums for these visually unusual errors, especially when authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC. While this kind of error on a 2015 P. Jefferson nickel could bring in $200 to $700, especially in high mint state grades, it's still far below the million-dollar fantasy. These coins are cool for error collectors, but won't put a mansion in your name. One of the more respected designations that add value to any Jefferson nickel is the Full Steps FS label. This term refers to the sharpness and clarity of the steps on Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse of the coin. If a coin has 5 or 6 uninterrupted steps, it earns the FS label. A 2015 P. Jefferson nickel graded MS67FS by PCGS has reached auction prices around $129. While this shows that even modern coins can fetch nice prices in high condition, it also highlights that million-dollar sales are unheard of in this category. Full steps help increase value, but not to extreme levels. Some collectors chase broad-struck errors on Jefferson nickels. This error occurs when a coin is struck without the collar that normally contains the metal, leading to a wider, thinner coin with an off-centered appearance. A 2015 D. Jefferson nickel with such an error sold for $485, making it a significant sale for this date. While that amount may be a pleasant surprise, it's certainly not the kind of return that would turn anyone into a billionaire overnight. Still, errors like these can make a standard coin quite collectible. Another valuable, though not life-changing error is the rim cud, which happens when a part of the die breaks off and causes a raised blob-like area on the coin's rim. These cuds are visually distinctive and sought after by error collectors. A 2015 P. Jefferson nickel with a rim cud sold for $200. These values are notable for such a common coin, but again, they're modest in the broader scope of rare coin investing. It's rare to see even multi-$100 sales from coins with relatively minor rim issues. In terms of general investment or collector value, there are no 2015 P. Jefferson Nickels that have approached the $1 million mark, nor have any sold. In major auctions for even 5 figures. No record exists of any 2015 P. Jefferson nickel breaking into elite numismatic territory. To reach 7-figure prices, a coin typically needs to be extremely rare, like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, carry immense historical significance, or be a unique error with only one known specimen. The 2015 P. Jefferson nickel, while collectible, in specific error types simply doesn't check any of those boxes. To conclude, the 2015 P. Jefferson nickel can be a fun and occasionally profitable find if it features major errors or is in pristine, high-grade condition with full steps. However, it is not a coin that has created millionaires or billionaires overnight. Its value, even in the most desirable scenarios, remains in the low hundreds or maybe slightly higher. If you're looking for fortune in coins, it's best to look into older rarities or certified high-grade coins with significant provenance or history, not standard modern nickels, even with the Philadelphia mint mark. The 2013 P. Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, is part of the regular modern Jefferson nickel series and features the updated forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. With over 539 million coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint in that year, this coin is extremely common in circulation. For most people, a 2013 P nickel holds only its face value of 5 cents. Even uncirculated examples, unless they are in exceptionally high grades or feature rare mint errors, are typically worth less than $1 to $5, making them widely accessible but not valuable in standard condition. To understand if a 2013 P. Jefferson nickel could ever be worth millions, we need to look into rare errors and ultra-high-grade examples. One key factor is the full steps FS designation, awarded when all the steps of Monticello on the reverse are fully visible without interruptions. A 2013 P. Jefferson nickel graded MS67 FS, Mint State 67 with full steps, is the highest known grade and has sold for up to $800, making it one of the most valuable examples of this year. However, this is still far from the $1 million realm, and such coins are extremely difficult to find. Beyond full steps, dramatic mint errors are another path to high value. For instance, struck-through errors, broad-struck errors, or off-center. Strikes can fetch hundreds of dollars if dramatic and well-preserved. A 2013 P nickel with a bold, struck-through grease error might sell for $100, $300, especially if certified by PCGS or NGC. However, even these rare error coins do not come close to 6- or 7-figure auction results. They are collectible, but not life-changing. One notable coin that draws attention is the satin-finished 2013 P Jefferson nickel, found in special uncirculated mint sets. These coins feature a different surface texture and slightly sharper strike, but they are not particularly rare. Satin finish coins graded SP69 might be valued around $10, $20, and a perfect SP70 could bring in $50, $100 depending on demand. Still, this is far from the kind of numismatic miracle that would make anyone a billionaire overnight. It's worth noting that die clashes, double dies, and planchet errors are extremely rare in 2013 P nickels. But if you were to find a dramatic version of any of these, the value could spike. For example, a 2013 P nickel struck on a foreign planchet, such as a dime or cent blank, would be an extremely rare error and could potentially sell for $500 to $1,500, depending on visibility and grading. Again, these are exciting finds, but not retire immediately kinds of coins. Despite various myths and exaggerated listings online, no verified 2013 P Jefferson nickel has ever sold for $1 million. Numismatic treasures that reach that level, like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or 1804 silver dollar, are either centuries old, have a story of rarity, or are one of a kind. The 2013 P Jefferson nickel, while interesting to collectors, simply lacks the rarity and historical context to be in that tier. High mintage and modern production quality mean these coins are rarely flawed enough to be worth a fortune. If someone claims to have a $1 million 2013 nickel, it is almost certainly either misinformation, a hoax, or an unverified private sale not supported by major auction houses like Heritage or Stack's Bowers. Realistically, collectors can hope to profit a few $100s from very special examples of the 2013 nickel, but that's the ceiling unless a previously unknown dramatic mint error is discovered and authenticated. In conclusion, while the 2013 Jefferson nickel is fun to collect and could be worth a few $100s with full steps or a major mint error, there are no known examples worth millions of dollars. If you want to chase big money in coin collecting, look for vintage rarities, coins with extreme low mintage, or those with legendary provenance. The 2013 may hold small surprises, but it's not a ticket to overnight billionaire status. The 2016 Jefferson nickel is part of the modern series of U.S. 5-cent coins minted in Philadelphia. It features the modern forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 719 million of these coins, making it one of the most common Jefferson nickels in circulation. In average circulated condition, this coin is worth exactly 5 cents. However, there are exceptions, especially when it comes to ultra-high grades and rare mint errors, that can increase the coin's value significantly, though not into the $1 million territory. One of the most desirable features for collectors is a full steps FS strike, which means all 6 steps on Monticello are clearly and sharply defined. Coins with this level of detail, when graded by top services like PCGS or NGC, can be quite valuable. A 2016 Jefferson nickel graded MS67FS can sell for $400–900, depending on demand and population reports. Coins graded MS68FS are extremely rare and could potentially exceed $1,500, especially if they're the highest known grade for registry set collectors. The real potential for high value in any modern coin lies in mint errors. A 2016 Jefferson nickel with a dramatic off-center strike, broad strike, double strike, or struck on the wrong planche can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For instance, a nickel struck on a foreign planche, such as a 1-cent copper blank or 10-cent clad blank, could sell for $1,000, $2,000 or more, particularly if the coin is graded and certified by a major grading company. Still, these errors are rare and not the kind of finds that reach millionaire status. More extreme errors like die caps, struck through objects, or double denomination errors, where a coin is struck with 2 different coin designs, can push into the $3,000, $5,000 range. These are rare finds and would likely be the best chance for a 2016 nickel to approach 5-figure values. A 2016 nickel with a full die cap error in pristine condition could be a standout in any error collection, though there are no known examples yet that have broken significant records in the auction world. In terms of variety collecting, there is currently no known major doubled die, DDO or DDR, or repunched mint mark, RPM, for the 2016 nickel that has been confirmed by authorities like Wexler's Die Varieties or Koneca. If one were discovered and authenticated, and if it were dramatic enough to be visible without magnification, it could spark a surge in value, particularly in high grade. Such coins might sell for several hundred or even a few $1,000s if demand builds, but they would still fall well below the $1 million fantasy. Perfect or near-perfect graded examples are another possible source of value. If a coin were graded MS69FS or higher by PCGS or NGC, and if it were the sole example at that grade level, it could set auction records for the date. In theory, a Pop 1 registry quality coin could sell for $2,000, $5,000, but even that wouldn't come close to making someone a billionaire or millionaire. These ultra-high-grade coins are also extremely rare due to how difficult it is to find flawless modern nickels. Despite numerous online claims and clickbait articles, there is no verified 2016 Jefferson nickel that has sold for millions of dollars. Major numismatic auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers have no record of a seven-figure sale involving a modern nickel from 2016. It's crucial to verify any extraordinary value claims with certification from PCGS.